Objective Geology, multiple choice questions with answers. This is the question paper of Telangana State Level Eligibility Test 2022 solved question paper. This question paper is useful for various competitive exams like CSR NET, GATE, GSI, Civil Services exams, ONGC and other exams. Welcome to set 4. Coming to the first question, what is eparchan unconformity? So the choices given are A. Disconformity between Archean and Proterozoic. B. Non-conformity between Archean and Proterozoic. C. Unconformable boundary between Archean and Proterozoic. And D. Unconformable boundary between Proterozoic and Phanerozoic. So the correct option is unconformable boundary between Archean and Proterozoic is eparchan unconformity. So the eparchan unconformity is a major discontinuity of stratigraphic succession. This can be seen in Tirupati-Tirumala Ghat Road, which represents a period of a remarkable gap in the geological history of the Earth. And this unconformity, it separates the Proterozoic Guljaru quartzite and Archean granite, representing a time gap of around 500 million years. So choice C, unconformable boundary between Archean and Proterozoic is the correct option. Next question. The exact sequence of coalification is A. Peat, lignite, bituminous, anthracite. B. Bituminous, peat, lignite, anthracite. C. Anthracite, bituminous, lignite, peat. And D. Peat, lignite, bituminous, anthracite. So the exact sequence of coalification is peat, lignite, bituminous, anthracite. D is the correct option because peat is the lower quality of coal and it's followed by lignite, followed by bituminous and anthracite. Anthracite is the highest quality of the coal. So D is the correct option. Next question. The principal mineral constituent of drilling mud is, so this is also a very simple question. A. Bauxite, B. Barytes, C. Corundum and D. Beryl. So the principal mineral constituent of drilling mud is barytes. So barite is a naturally occurring mineral of barium sulfate. Its main properties are its high specific gravity around 4.5 and very low solubility, and it is non-toxic, and also chemically and physically it is unreactive. Nowadays typical barite specific gravity is standing at 4.1 and 4.2. So this is the principal constituent of drilling mud. B is the correct option. Next question. The drainage pattern which shows a lack of structural control to the stream flow direction is described as A. Parallel, B. Dendritic, C. Rectangular, D. Trellis. The drainage pattern which shows a lack of structural control to the stream flow direction is known as a dendritic. So this is the most dendritic drainage pattern is the most common form, and it looks like the branching pattern of the tree roots, and it develops in regions so which are underlined by homogeneous material, and this is the subsurface geology. It has a similar resistance to weathering, so there is no apparent control over the direction the tributaries take. So that drainage pattern which shows lack of structural control to the stream flow direction is described as dendritic. B is the correct option. Next question. Lignite deposits of India are associated with A. Rajmahal traps, B. Jabalpur traps, C. Barakar sandstone, D. Kadalur sandstone. Lignite deposits of India are associated with Kadalur sandstone. D is the correct option. The well-known lignite deposits of Naiveli between Vridachalam and Kadaluru, they occur within these sandstones like Kadalur sandstones. And Ames in 1950, he considering the position of the Kadalur sandstones over the Karaikal beds, and they are believed them of middle Miocene age. So lignite deposits of India are associated with Kadalur sandstone. D is the correct option. Next question. A limestone composed entirely of organic detritus is termed as A. Coquina, B. Encrinites, C. Sparginites, D. Oolite. A limestone composed entirely of organic detritus is termed as a coquina. So coquina is a sedimentary rock, so that is composed either wholly or almost entirely of the transported and also abraded and mechanically sorted fragments of molluscus, trilobites, brachiopods or other invertebrates. And this term coquina, it comes from the Spanish word for cockle and shellfish. So a limestone composed entirely of organic detritus is known as a coquina. A is the correct option. Next question. An impermeable formation neither contains nor transmits water is called A. Aquifer, B. Aquiclude, C. Aquifuse and D. Aquitone. An impermeable formation neither contains water nor transmit water. So it is known as an aquifuse. So an aquifuse, it's an absolutely impermeable unit. It will not transmit any water. An aquiclude is a formation that has very low hydraulic conductivity and it hardly transmits water. So here it's a simple definition: aquifuse, an impermeable formation, neither contains nor transmits water, is aquifuse. C is the correct option. Next question. Which types of rocks are characteristically associated with high pressure, low temperature wells? A. Garnet mica schist. B. Blue schist. C. Hornfels. D. Migmatite. So the correct option is blue schist. These type of rocks are characteristically associated with high pressure and low temperature well. So blue schist metamorphism is very important in the subduction zones where high pressure, relatively low temperature mineral assemblages form. And glucophane and lasonite, both of which they have bluish color, and these are common minerals in this setting. So here the rocks which are characteristically associated with high pressure, low temperature wells are known as blue schist. Next question. Which one of the following is not a conventional reserve estimation method? A. Triangular method. B. Kriging. C. Contour. D. Cross section. So obviously kriging is not a conventional reserve estimation method, whereas the triangular, contour and cross sections, or all these are the conventional reserve estimation methods. So B is the correct option. Next question. Which one of the following is the chrome bearing mica variety? So that means mica which contains chrome. A. Rubellite. B. Roscolite. C. Fengite. D. Fuchsite. So the chrome bearing mica variety is Fuchsite. So Fuchsite is also known as a chrome mica. It is a chromium rich variety of the mineral muscovite and belonging to the mica group of phyllosilicate minerals. So D. Fuchsite is the correct option. Next question. The ratio of the transverse strain to axial strain is called A. Modulus of rigidity. B. Bulk modulus. C. Rigidity modulus. D. Poisson's ratio. The ratio of transverse strain to the axial strain is called Poisson's ratio. Poisson's ratio is the ratio of transverse contraction strain to the longitudinal extension strain, which is in the direction of the stretching the force. So here compressive deformation is considered as negative and tensile deformation is considered positive. So the ratio of transverse strain to axial strain is called Poisson's ratio. Next question. Which one of the following gastropods is planispirally coiled? A. Tarantella. B. Murex. C. Pleurotomaria. D. Bellerophon. So the correct option is Bellerophon. Bellerophon is a genus of extinct Paleozoic moraine molluscus of uncertain position. That is, it belongs to the gastropoda in the family Bellerophontidae. So Bellerophon is a planispirally coiled. D is the correct option. Next question. Disappearance of rugose corals, it took place during A. Permian. B. Triassic. C. Jurassic. D. Cretaceous. So the correct option is A. Permian. Rugose and tabulate corals, these were common in the Paleozoic. However, a mass extinction event, it took place at the end of the Permian when over 90% of all the invertebrates become extinct, including all tabulate and rugose corals. So the disappearance of rugose corals took place during Permian period. Next question. In crystallography, there are A. 6 system, 14 space lattice, 32 classes and 230 space groups. B. 6 systems, 8 space lattices and 20 classes and 200 space groups. C. 6 systems, 32 space lattices, 14 classes, 160 space groups. D. 6 systems, 12 space lattices, 32 crystal classes and 14 space groups. So in crystallography, there are 6 crystal systems are there and 14 space lattice and 32 crystal classes and 230 space groups. So that's why A is the correct option. Next question. The mineral pairs calcite and aragonite and diamond and graphite are example of A. Isomorphs. B. Pseudomorphs. C. Polymorphs. D. Polytypes. So this is obviously, these are polymorphs. So calcite and aragonite, they have the same chemical composition as calcium carbonate, CaCO3, and diamond and graphite, they have the same chemical composition as the carbon, C. So they are the examples of polymorphs. Even the kainite and andesite sillimanite and anatase, rutile and bruchite and quartz, tridymite, cristobalite, stishovite, all these are the examples of polymorphs. So C polymorphs is the correct. Next question. Match the following and choose the correct answer. Here ABCD are given like charnocite, condylite, blue schist and amphibolite, and the mineral assemblages like sillimanite, quartz and feldspar and garnet, quartz, perthite, potash feldspar and hypersthene, hornblende and plagioclase, glucophane, jadeite, soda amphibole. So we had to choose the correct options like so A is given like A2, B1, C4, D3, B, A1, B2, C3 and D4, C, A2, B4, C1 and D3, D, A1, B4, C2 and D3. So here after choosing this, A will be the correct answer because charnocite, so this has a mineral assemblages of quartz, perthite, potash feldspar and hypersthene, and the condylite, it contains sillimanite, quartz, feldspar and garnet, and blue schist, so this contains glucophene, jadeite and soda amphibole, and amphibolite, so it contains hornblende and plagioclase. So A is the correct option. Next question. Match the following mineral or hydrocarbon resource locations. So resource is given and location is given. So resources like barytes, gold, hydrocarbons and lead. Locations like Hatti, Pulivendula, Sargipalli and Digboy. We have to choose the mineral or hydrocarbon resource locations. A. A1, B2, C3, D4, B. A2, B1, C4 and D3, C. A2, B3, C1, D4, D. A4, B3, C2 and D1. So here after observing, so it's very clear that barytes, Pulivendula is well known for barytes, and gold. So Hatti is the Hatti gold mines. Hatti contains the gold deposits and hydrocarbons. So Digboy is the source for the hydrocarbons, and lead, it is found at Sargipalli. So B is the correct option. Next question. Which one of the following is a non-radioactive isotope of lead? A. Pb204, Pb206, Pb207 and Pb208. So obviously Pb204 is a non-radioactive isotope of lead, whereas lead 206, 207 and 208, all these are radioactive. So A, Pb204 is the correct option. Next question. According to Darcy's law, infiltration index is A. Directly proportional to the head gradient, B. Inversely proportional to the head gradient, and C. Unrelated to the head gradient, and D. None of the above. So the correct option is it is directly proportional to the head gradient. Darcy's law says that the discharge rate Q is proportional to the gradient in the hydraulic head and hydraulic conductivity, that is Q is equal to Q by A or K into dH by dL minus K into dH by dL. So according to Darcy's law, infiltration index is directly proportional to the head gradient. Next question. Match the following. So the property is given and the mineral is given. So here the properties like hardness, high specific gravity, combustibility, elasticity, and the minerals like galena, mica, kyanite and sulfur. So we have to match from property to the mineral. So choices are A. A1, B2, C3 and D4, B. A3, B1, C4 and D2, C. A2, B3, C1 and D4. So here we can say that and another option is that D, A4, B3, C2, D1. So the correct option is B. So kyanite, it has a varying hardness. So that's why this kyanite is also known as disthene. So the hardness varies from 4 to 7. So kyanite mineral, it has a varying hardness property and high specific gravity. So high specific gravity is there in the galena. So galena has specific gravity of 7.4 to 7.6 and it is a very heavy mineral. And if you take combustibility, so here sulfur, it is a combustible solid, and so these poisonous gases are produced in fire, including hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. So sulfur is a combustible solid. And elasticity, so mica, it possesses the elasticity property. So if you match up, B is the correct answer. Hope you have followed these questions, and hope you can subscribe, and your suggestions are most welcome, and these are very useful for all the competitive exams, and hope you can subscribe to this channel, Explore Geosciences, and thank you for your time and see you in the next video.